Now luckily for me I don't need to remove the bumper. I can just install it from the Hello and welcome to another exterior video where I work on my truck. Sometimes I'm successful, sometimes I'm not. And on today's video I'm gonna be working on my truck again, of course. And on today's video I'm gonna be working on the front of my bumper. I'm gonna add something really exciting, something very cool. In the past I've been commented a couple of times and myself I was thinking that I need to add something over here. And what I'm gonna be working, I'm gonna be working more light. You can never be wrong not to have too much light. I know I have a light bar on top, which works great, but it's like a floodlight. I have my two hood lights over here, which I'm gonna readjust. I'm gonna use these lights more of the facing them more to the side. But for the front, I got a new set of lights, which I'm gonna be installing right here. Cannot wait to see how it's gonna look. And this is what I got, guys. I got the Auxbeam 9-inch 360 Pro Series off-road LED lights with amber colors. Very excited about that. I know there's lots of light options. There's like hundreds and hundreds probably, from all the way bottom of the cheap scale to up to $1,000 per lights, but I feel like this is gonna be a good budget but still high quality product. At least I hope so. So let's open it up, gonna take a quick look at it, and then I'm gonna get on installing it real quick and we're gonna test it out. And just look at the size of these lights, and this looks pretty amazing, guys. This is a pretty big lights. And they're gonna fit over here just perfect. They're gonna fit over here just perfect. Now I know somebody might say that they're too big and I'm restricted my airflow, but I don't think so. I feel there's still plenty of air to go to the radiator. And of course, let's open this box. I got them with the two amber colors, so I'm probably gonna keep them all the time to protect the lens, and also it's gonna look cool. And of course it comes with a sticker. That's pretty nice. Just look at those lights, don't they look pretty cool? Cannot wait to test them out to see how the light output, but this should be a tremendous light output. So now I'm gonna get on trying to quickly install it and we're gonna go and test them out. Alright, unfortunately it got dark. I was not able to do the installation during the daylight, but that's alright, we're gonna do it right now. So I'm gonna try to figure out now where exactly I'm gonna mount it on a bumper. I don't really want to drill the bumper. I may drill it, may not, we'll see. As of right now, I have these two holes over here that pretty much align where the bolt has to be, so maybe that's where I'm gonna install it. They bolts actually align there pretty good, so not to complicate things, that's exactly where I'm gonna install it. And just look at that, that already looks pretty cool. Now the headlights come with this heavy duty looking bolts with a lug washer, and another lug washer. So I think that I'm just gonna reuse this and install this. It also comes with two plastic, feels like a heavy duty plastic spacers, so you can put it on a bumper. That way it's not gonna scratch the bumper whenever you tighten it up, and it's also gonna keep it secure. So this is what I'm gonna do. That's where I'm gonna mount it right now real quick, and then I'm gonna look how I'm gonna wire it up. So now I just remove two bolts over here so I can swing the light up. That way it's gonna be easier to install all the hardware. And this bolt just slides in here and it's actually locks in place. So now I'm gonna put it in place over here. Gotta make sure it's even. Like that. Okay. And now I'm gonna secure it from the other side with a washer, lug washer, and this is a 19mm wrench. Now luckily for me I don't need to remove the bumper. I can just install it from the...
A few moments later.
Now luckily for me I don't need to remove the bumper. Just gonna have to remove my gloves so I don't drop any nuts and washers. I can just install it, all the hardware through here. And you probably noticed I don't have a winch anymore. Don't worry, nothing bad happened to it. I simply donated to my friend who helped me build my rear bumper. If you haven't seen that video, please check it out, and check out the Instagram of my friend. Maybe you somewhere nearby and you need a bumper as well, he gonna help you out and gonna give you a much better deal than whatever aftermarket bumpers are. We actually just finished building another bumper for one of our friends, and that bumper came out even better than mine. But anyways, let's get back to installing these lights. So now I'm just gonna secure it and repeat procedure for a second light. Originally I was concerned that I have only one hole here. I don't really want to drill it. I mean, it's no big deal to drill it, to put another screw here and here for security. But I made this one tight, and I mean, I basically shake the whole truck and the light is not moving, so I think that's pretty good. So now I'm just gonna install the second one, same way, real quick. Alright, the lights are installed, so now let's see how we're gonna wire them up. Now it does come with a very nice looking wiring harness, which of course has on and off switch that you run inside past the firewall. And all of this gets connected straight to the battery or however you have set it up. And this is the main lead going to the headlights with a very nice watertight quick connections. So I'm actually gonna use this part. I'm gonna cut it off over here. I'm not gonna use this because I have my setup over here with the multi-switch. So I'm gonna get my wire to here. My ground's gonna be over here on a distribution block. And my positive gonna go over here. And inside I have a multi-switch, so I flip the on and off and the lights should be working. So now I'm gonna just work on that, route in the wire to here, and do my interconnection right here. So I'm just gonna route the cables through the grill over here and over here, and then just gonna secure them inside. And I'm gonna bring my cable over here, and that's where I'm gonna make the splicing. Now one thing only, I don't really like how these cables are exposed. I mean, nothing bad is gonna happen to it, but I wish this was all the way in there. So I'm just gonna wrap around with the outdoor black electrical tape to make it look nicer. So I got the other two ends over here, so I simply gonna tie in my negative ground over here. You can tie in anywhere to the battery or to the frame, and my positive I'm gonna tie in into my wall switch. So that way, simply by pressing the button, I'm gonna have power on the lights. And this is actually, they're using a pretty good cable over here. It's a 12 gauge cable, so it's not like 18 gauge or anything, so that's pretty cool. So let's open this up, remove the cover, and let's get our connection done. So all the wiring connection is done. So now what is left is just to connect our cables over here by simply sliding this pin inside, and that's it. It locks in place. And the same for this one. Nice. So now I'm gonna put the security screws back in place over here, and we're ready to test them. And that's it, guys. The installation is complete. It doesn't take too long with the hardware and everything. It's pretty quick. And as you can see, the lights, they don't move. They sit pretty tight in there. So everything wired up. So now it's time to test it. Alright, guys. It's time to test it. So I got out over here on an empty, huge parking lot. So now we're gonna see how the light look. So right now I have just my regular headlights on. I have a LED lights inside, but this is just a regular lights on. So let me switch it to the high beam, and we're gonna see the difference. So now the high beam is on, and as you can see, it does illuminate. I can somewhat see the trees over there in the far distance, but I mean, it's good, but it's not the greatest probably. So now let me turn the Auxbeam lights on, and we're gonna see what's the light output. So now simply by turning the button over here on, and look at those lights. And look how well it's illuminated far. Now I'm kind of concerned that I should have found a better, more further distance open road or something where I can test the lights, because I feel like it's capable even shooting more further ahead. But let me try to walk in front of the lights. But it's pretty bright. I cannot even look into the lights. It's pretty bright. I hope it's not blinding you guys too much. Wow, this is pretty bright. The light quality, I feel like it's pretty good. It's not yellow, it's not nothing. It's pretty clear white light, so that looks pretty good. So now I put the amber covers on. So let's see how the light's gonna be with the amber covers on. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be bright as well, but let's test it. And look at how bright it is, and it's bright over there as well. I just looked directly into the light, so I'm partially blind. But this is bright. I feel like these lights are pretty cool. And now all the lights are off. Those are just a daylight light. They don't provide any much light, so this is just amber lights on its own, and it's bright. I think it's very bright. So now just to compare my LED headlights, I'm gonna add some folders where I have just the headlights with the low beam on, and then I switch it to the high beam on, and then we're gonna see how the light output looks different with the Auxbeam 9-inch lights. That way maybe it's gonna be better to see just on the image as well for comparison. So right now we look at my low beam lights. Unfortunately I do have fog lights on, but they mostly just illuminate whatever is right in front of me, so it's no big deal. And then I switch to the high beam, so it is much better. I can somewhat see the trees in the far distance, but it's not that bright, as you can see. So now I'm gonna switch to the next picture, which is the Auxbeam 9-inch lights, and look at the difference. How much brighter it is and how much better visibility. That parking lot is over 1,000 feet long actually, and it's not even long enough for the lights. The light can shoot light out even further out, so I'm very impressed with these lights. Now I need to find a longer parking lot or some field to test them out, which I hope I can do some more testing in the future, and maybe even I can test it with some other people who has different lights. That will be interesting to see as well. Alright guys, the lights are mounted and tested. I got out to this huge empty parking lot where I used to test my lights before, but apparently now this is not even long enough. I think it's longer than a football field, and it's not long enough for that. The lights are shooting way past the trees over there. I'm very impressed with these lights. I'm not just saying it, I'm really impressed with these lights. I'm happy. Yes, I know there is a bunch of lights over there that top brands, very expensive, and everybody talks about them, but not everybody has a budget for that. So I feel like that's a really sweet spot for light quality and price, and the build quality feels pretty decent. I'm not gonna seal it with anything. I'm gonna let it be as it is to test it, if it's gonna leak or not. But I don't think, I hope it's not gonna leak and get moisture inside or anything. I really like how it's mounted. It's very sturdy. I like this quick disconnect. For small exception, like I said, that the wire was sticking out, but I put black tape over here and it's all normal and it's all good. So I'm really happy with this. I was trying to get some people to test my lights versus their expensive lights. Not gonna name the brands, but there are a few of those, you know which ones. But unfortunately I was not able to get anybody within time or anybody to be close by. But you can always see pictures and videos of other lights and these lights. I mean, is it really worth extra $300, $400, $500 more for lights where you're already seeing like half a mile away? I don't know. If you have money for it, go ahead, but I think this is a perfect option. So as always, I'm gonna leave all the links in the description to the lights and to the covers that I got. For the most part, I'm gonna run it with the covers on because I like the way it looks, and it also protects the lens. So on this note, I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope you might find it helpful, and as always, until next time, everybody, bye.